Can you still manage these 5 activities when you reach 80? If the answer is yes, then you're not simply getting by, you're truly excelling in life. Many individuals believe that hitting 80 means you must slow your pace, abandon certain pleasures, or learn to live with restrictions. However, this is a false narrative that culture pushes on you. The reality is that arriving at 80 doesn't signal the death of energy and strength. It's actually the moment that reveals how successfully you've been living. If these handful of straightforward yet meaningful activities are still within your reach, you stand as living evidence that getting older can mean triumph rather than deterioration. Every one of these 5 indicators shows more than just bodily capability. They demonstrate emotional awareness, mental toughness, and a profound bond with existence. If these things remain possible for you, you're not simply growing older, you're becoming skilled at the craft of living well. Stick around until the conclusion, because when this video ends, you may discover that 80 isn't elderly whatsoever. It's merely the time when wisdom takes physical form. Now, let's begin our discussion. Point 1. You can still move around without being afraid. Among the most significant indicators that you're succeeding in life beyond 80 is straightforward yet meaningful. You can still move on foot without experiencing fear. The act of walking might appear unremarkable, but when you reach this age, it becomes one of the most valuable freedoms available to you. It demonstrates that your limbs, stability, cardiovascular system, and self-assurance are still functioning together as one unit. And perhaps most crucially, it demonstrates that you remain self-sufficient. Whenever you can move on foot without requiring help, you're doing more than just exercising your body. You're exercising your inner being. You have the freedom to travel wherever you desire, whenever the urge strikes. You can drop by to see longtime companions, enjoy your early morning walk, or experience the cool breeze against your skin without needing to wait for another person's help. Every footfall you make declares, "I remain present and I remain the master of my circumstances." Research demonstrates that consistent walking enhances blood flow, makes the brain sharper, and can actually decelerate the aging process. Yet, looking past the scientific facts, walking stands for liberty, the type that maintains your mental youthfulness. Each occasion you rise and get moving, you're communicating to your body that you refuse to surrender to the passage of time. You're selecting movement instead of remaining still, existence instead of boundaries. Think about a person such as Helen, who is 83 years old. Following an operation on her knee, her physician cautioned her to exercise care and depend on a walking device permanently. However, Helen made the choice to restore herself by taking daily walks, beginning with merely a handful of steps along her driveway. 12 months afterward, she covers half a mile each morning on foot. She explains that the basic action of walking returned her self-assurance and her happiness. The thing is, it's not concerned with your speed. It's concerned with your determination to continue moving forward at all. Whenever you walk, you remain linked to the pulse of the world around you, the singing of birds, the giggles of young ones, the noise of life unfolding nearby. It serves as a gentle confirmation that you remain a component of it all. And there exists yet another dimension to this matter. Whenever you walk with proper posture, your physical stance influences your mental state. A self-assured walk communicates to your mind, "I possess ability." It elevates spirits, builds self-worth, and even assists with recall. You carry yourself more upright, reason more precisely, and experience greater pride. Therefore, if, when you're 80, you can still make firm steps, gaze forward, and travel without restriction, you're accomplishing something remarkable. Don't measure your speed against anybody else's. Every step counts as a triumph. Every motion serves as an announcement of power. Walking might be uncomplicated, but it's also holy. It's the understated evidence that your physical form and inner self remain working as partners. And this indicates you're succeeding at life. Point 2. You can still recall things, think deeply, and gain knowledge. Another impressive indicator that you're succeeding at life beyond 80 is your capacity to recall events, think deeply about them, and continue absorbing new information. Memory represents more than simply a brain activity. It's the string that links who you used to be to who you've become today. If you possess the ability to review your history with sharpness, extract teachings from it, and maintain interest about the world, you're not merely aging, you're developing. During this phase of existence, individuals frequently worry about losing their memory. They become concerned that forgetting things indicates deterioration. However, the reality is, memory isn't solely concerned with remembering, it's concerned with being fully present. Whenever you can settle down peacefully and recall the specific details of a summer day from 5 decades back, or the noise your child made while laughing, or the appearance of your earliest romantic partner, it indicates your brain remains active and filled with significance. This represents a success that no examination or scan can quantify, and absorbing knowledge, regardless of how minimal, maintains your brain's youthfulness. You don't need to become fluent in an unfamiliar language or study complicated philosophical ideas. Even figuring out how to operate a new mobile application, going through an unknown book, or attempting a different cooking method is valuable. Each occasion you push your brain, you're communicating to it, "I continue to have value. I continue to possess meaning." Think about a gentleman called Robert who was 81 years old. After he finished working, he chose to enroll in internet-based history courses simply to maintain his sharpness. He frequently mentions that the finest aspect isn't the information by itself. It's the happiness of realizing that his brain retains the ability to take in, examine, and envision. Each occasion I absorb something new, he expressed, it seems like I've placed another flame to my inner being. Not simply my celebration cake. Deep thinking also serves an important function during this life stage. Whenever you can review the past without feeling sorry, but instead feeling thankful, you've accomplished something the majority of individuals never manage. Deep thinking converts your history into knowledge, and knowledge represents the genuine treasure of growing older. And even whenever memory fails occasionally, it doesn't indicate you're declining. Losing a handful of details is part of being human. What's important is that you continue to understand what genuinely matters: affection, compassion, pardoning others, happiness, and significance. The emotions always hold on to what the brain loses. If you remain capable of using your mind, remembering your experiences, and discovering happiness in absorbing something new, you're already performing better than most. The world is for individuals who maintain their interest. As long as your interest remains alive, you're not growing older, you're becoming larger. If you're continuing to view this video and discovering these understandings helpful, please write number 2 in the comments to show me you're present. And if you haven't joined as a subscriber yet, I suggest you subscribe and activate the notification so you won't miss future videos. Your backing assists us in continuing to produce quality material to educate and motivate you. Now, let's continue forward. Point 3. You can still express joy and discover happiness in basic experiences. If when you're 80 you can still express joy, genuine joy, you're not simply getting by or flourishing. The capability to discover happiness, amusement, and appreciation in daily occurrences is among the most meaningful indicators that your inner being stays intact. While the physical form might decelerate and the years might feel burdensome, expressing joy makes the weight lighter in methods no treatment can achieve. Numerous individuals connect growing older with severity, deterioration, and restriction. However, expressing joy challenges all of that. It's evidence that your inner self hasn't grown elderly, even if your physical form has. Whenever you can continue to grin at life's flaws, giggle at a quality tale, or express amusement at your personal errors, you've become skilled at something uncommon, the craft of elegance. Consider this matter. Young ones express joy numerous times each day, yet grown individuals express joy much less frequently. Still, individuals who reach 80 with their ability to find humor preserved are the genuine winners at life. They've witnessed sadness, absence, and letdown, and continue to decide to perceive brightness. This decision by itself represents a type of knowledge that no publication can provide. Consider the instance of Eleanor, who is 84 years old. She experienced the loss of her spouse years back, brought up 3 young ones without help, and struggled through 2 medical procedures. However, every morning, she positions herself at her cooking table and views amusing creature videos on the internet while drinking her coffee. She expresses joy so intensely that her neighbors can detect her through the opened window. When questioned about how she maintains such positivity, she responds, "Because every day I open my eyes, I continue to possess something to express joy about. This is sufficient for me." The thing is, expressing joy serves as treatment for the inner being. It reduces tension, makes your body's defense system stronger, and fills your day with vitality. However, beyond even that, it links you with other people. Mutual joy creates bridges between ages and causes individuals to experience closeness. Whenever you can continue to share experiences, exchange amusing remarks, or create a grin on another person's face, you're providing a present that never diminishes in worth. Discovering happiness in basic experiences, the noise of rainfall, the flavor of coffee, the heat of sunlight indicates you remain connected with existence itself. The individuals who face the most difficulty in later years are frequently those who've lost the ability to experience amazement. However, individuals who continue to discover happiness in the tiny experiences perceive attractiveness where other people perceive monotony. And here's the reality. You don't require large adventures to experience being alive. You only require instances, small flashes of contentment that confirm to you how valuable existence continues to be. Expressing joy at a foolish recollection, grinning at an aged photograph, or joking with a companion is adequate to maintain your emotions youthful. If you can continue to discover happiness, if you continue to cause others to express joy, if you continue to perceive attractiveness in the common, then you're not simply succeeding at life, you're motivating all individuals surrounding you to accomplish the identical thing. Your expression of joy declares, "Time hasn't defeated me." It declares, "I remain present and I continue to appreciate being alive." And this, my companion, represents one of the most surprising and meaningful successes of all. Point 4. You can still look after yourself and other people. If you've arrived at 80 and can continue to look after yourself and perhaps even provide assistance to another person, You're performing much better than you may understand. Self-sufficiency, both in physical and emotional terms, represents one of the most powerful signs of energy in later existence. The capability to prepare your personal food, put on clothes by yourself, give water to the greenery, or provide assistance to someone nearby might appear minor, but these represent the understated successes that establish power at this time of life. Having the ability to look after yourself represents more than ease. It's who you are. It declares, I remain capable, I remain valuable, and I continue to possess meaning. Numerous elderly individuals fail to recognize how significant these actions are because culture frequently concentrates on what's been absent instead of what stays. However, if you can open your eyes, progress through your early routine, and experience your day without relying completely on other people, you're accomplishing one of existence's most crucial methods, keeping your dignity. And if you possess the ability to look after other people, verify how a companion is doing, watch over a grandchild, or provide relief to a person who's facing difficulties, you're accomplishing something even more significant. Providing assistance generates significance. It confirms to you that your existence keeps influencing other people, even in the most basic instances. Assisting other people isn't concerned with physical power, it's concerned with emotional power. Consider as an instance, James, who is 82 years old. Every morning, he travels on foot to his adjacent neighbor's entrance area to deliver her the daily paper and inquire how she's feeling. He doesn't view it as showing compassion. It's simply a component of his routine. Still, for this neighbor, those handful of minutes hold complete significance. James mentions it maintains him experiencing connection and accountability, two elements that maintain him inspired to remain energetic and healthy. Looking after yourself and other people also backs emotional wellness. Research demonstrates that elderly individuals who keep daily patterns and assist other people are more probable to undergo improved emotional steadiness, more precise reasoning, and even extended lifespans. Accountability, even in minor amounts, provides organization and purpose. Looking after yourself during this phase isn't concerned with extravagance. It's concerned with showing respect for your physical form and brain. Consuming food properly, maintaining cleanliness, and continuing with personal routines represent types of self. Every action declares, I possess value for receiving care. And this way of thinking projects self-assurance. However, don't overlook the emotional aspect of providing assistance. Whenever you can pay attention, pardon others, support them, or provide guidance to a person who's younger, you're continuing to complete one of humanity's most ancient functions, the older person who directs with understanding. You transform into a living collection of knowledge, and distributing this knowledge converts growing older into a gift instead of a weight. If you can continue to look after your fundamental requirements, and if you can continue to improve another person's day, you represent living evidence that self-sufficiency and compassion never become elderly. You're accomplishing what numerous younger individuals neglect to accomplish, appearing for existence, both for your own benefit and for other people's benefit. If you're continuing to view this video and discovering these understandings helpful, please write number 4 in the comments to show me you're present. And if you haven't joined as a subscriber yet, I suggest you subscribe and activate the notification so you won't miss future videos. Your backing assists us in continuing to produce quality material to educate and motivate you. Now, let's continue forward. Point 5. You can still experience thankfulness for being alive. Possibly the most surprising indicator that you're genuinely succeeding at life. Beyond 80 is your capability to experience appreciation, to open your eyes in the morning and express, I'm appreciative, I continue to be present. Appreciation converts growing older from something to bear into something to honor. It moves attention away from what's disappeared and focuses it on what continues to stay existence itself. During this phase, appreciation isn't concerned with large displays. It's concerned with observing the minor, peaceful gifts that occupy your day. The sunlight pouring through your glass pane, the initial drink of coffee, the sound of a person you care about on the telephone, the noise of rainfall striking the covering while you relax in a heated bed. These small experiences, frequently disregarded when we're youthful, transform into the valuable items of later existence. Experiencing appreciation doesn't indicate acting as if all things are flawless. It indicates perceiving attractiveness amid flaws. It indicates understanding that every mark, crease, and discomfort communicates an account of continuing to exist. Whenever you arrive at 80, every breath you draw represents evidence that you've conquered numerous obstacles and you remain upright. This represents something deserving of recognition. Appreciation also safeguards your brain and emotions. Research demonstrates that elderly individuals who engage in appreciation daily undergo reduced sadness, improved rest, and more powerful body defense mechanisms. However, looking past science, appreciation creates calmness. It reduces feeling sorry, settles worry, and creates access to happiness. You cannot experience bitterness and appreciation simultaneously. One substitutes the other. Consider a person such as Carol, who is 85 years old. Every morning, she records 3 experiences she's appreciative for. Occasionally, it's something significant, such as receiving communication from her daughter. Occasionally, it's as basic as my pet positioned on my lap. She mentions it, confirms to her that even on peaceful days, there's constantly something positive. Her appreciation has transformed into her power, her method of expressing agreement to existence repeatedly. If you can continue to discover reasons to express thanks despite discomfort, absence, or isolation, you've already succeeded more than the majority of individuals ever accomplish. Appreciation doesn't remove difficulty, it saves it. It converts each day into another opportunity and each instance into a present. Because when you're 80, the genuine measurement of accomplishment isn't the amount you possess, but the amount you value. It's not concerned with what time has removed, but what your emotions have discovered to preserve. And if your emotions continue to communicate appreciation at the conclusion of the day, then my companion, you're not simply enduring elderly years, you're becoming skilled at it. Concluding reflections. As we arrive at the conclusion of this video, use a peaceful instance to consider what these 5 indicators genuinely signify. When you're 80, possessing the ability to walk, recall things, express joy, provide assistance, and express thanks isn't simply fortune. It's becoming skilled. It indicates you've existed with adequate knowledge to grasp. What holds the most importance? These aren't minor capabilities. They represent evidence of power, toughness, and elegance that time can never remove. Every one of these 5 experiences possesses its particular type of success. Walking demonstrates your self-sufficiency. Recalling things maintains your brain active. Expressing joy maintains your inner being lightweight. Providing assistance maintains your meaning powerful. And appreciation, indeed, this maintains your emotions youthful. Combined, they create an understated song of success that declares, I remain present and I remain experiencing life completely. The thing is, accomplishment beyond 80 isn't concerned with what you've attained. It's concerned with what you continue to experience capable of accomplishing. It's not concerned with pursuing additional things, but treasuring what exists already within your grasp. And if you identify even a single one of these 5 indicators within yourself, experience pride regarding this. You've already succeeded at something much more significant than material wealth or recognition. You've succeeded at existence itself. Appreciation for joining us today. We'd appreciate receiving communication from you. Place a comment underneath and distribute one experience you absorbed today and the method you intend to apply it in your existence. Your reflections hold importance to us, so don't be reluctant to distribute them. Going through your comments provides us substantial inspiration and support. If you found enjoyment in this video and discovered it beneficial, please express approval, join as a subscriber, and distribute it. Your backing assists us in continuing to produce quality material to educate and motivate you. Appreciation for viewing, and we anticipate observing you in the following video.